Hello students, myself Abhilash, biology lecturer, Vishwamanava Composite PU College, Chitradurga. Today we are going to discuss a new chapter of first PU biology, that is the living world. Introduction. Life is a unique, complex organization of molecules that expresses itself through chemical reactions, which leads to growth, development, responsiveness, adaptation, and reproduction. The objects exhibiting growth, development, reproduction, respiration, responsiveness, and other characteristics of life are designed as living beings. Unique feature of living organism. The first feature we are going to discuss is growth. Living organisms grow in mass and number. A multicellular organism increases its mass by cell division. In plants, growth continues throughout life in their meristematic area, but in animals, growth occurs to certain age. Unicellular organisms also grow by cell division. Living organisms show internal growth due to addition of materials and formation of cells inside the body, whereas non-living organisms like mountains, boulders, crystals also grow, but due to addition of similar materials to their outer surface. Reproduction. It is a formation of new individuals of their own kind. Reproduction is not essential for survival of individual. It is required for perpetuation of the population. In sexual reproduction, two parents are involved due to produce more or less similar kinds of individual. In a sexual reproduction, only single parent is involved and individual is a copy of parent. A sexual reproduction that may occurs by fission, fragmentation, regeneration, vegetative propagation, etc. In unicellular organism, growth and reproduction are synonyms. Many organisms like mules, sterile worker honeybees, infertile human couples do not produce offsprings. Therefore, reproduction is not an all-inclusive characteristic of living organism. However, no non-living object has the power to reproduce or replicate. Metabolism. The sum of total all types of chemical reactions occurring in an individual due to specific interactions among different types of molecules in the interior of cells called metabolism. The activities of an organism, including growth, movements, development, reproduction, etc., are due to metabolism. There are two types of metabolism. Two types are there in metabolism, namely catabolism and anabolism. Anabolism includes all the building up of reactions to increase the mass of an organism like photosynthesis, whereas catabolism breakdown reactions are involved such as respiration, digestion, etc. Non-living object does not show any metabolism. Then consciousness. It is the awareness of surrounding and responding to external stimuli. External stimuli may be physical, chemical, or biological. Plants also respond to stimuli like water, light, gravitation, pollution, etc. All living organisms, including prokaryotic to eukaryotic, responds to different kinds of stimuli. Human beings is the only organism who is aware of himself. Consciousness therefore becomes a defining property of living organisms. Then lifespan, it is a period from birth to natural death. Then sixth one, which include living organisms, are therefore self-replicating, evolving, and self-regulatory interactive systems capable of responding to external stimuli. Then diversity in the living world or biodiversity is the occurrence of variety of forms of differing in morphology, size, color, anatomy, habitats, and habits. Each different kind of plant, animal, or microorganisms represents a species. Currently, there are some about 1.7 to 1.8 million of living organisms are known to science, out of which 1.25 are animals and about 0.5 million are plants. Systematics is a branch of biology that deals with cataloging plants, animals, and other organisms into categories that can be named, compared, and studies. Identification is the finding of correct name and the place of an organism in a system of classification. It is done with the help of keys. This is carried out by determining similarity with already known species. The nomenclature, it is a process of standardized naming of living organism such that particular organism is known to by the same name all over the world. For plants, scientific names are based on International Code of Botanical Nomenclature, that is ICBN. For animals, it is based on ICZN, that is International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. Then biological nomenclature. It is a universally accepted principles to provide scientific name to known organisms. Each name have two components. One is generic name, that is genus, and another one is species epithet, that is species. This system of nomenclature was provided by Carolus Linnaeus. So we have a scientific name or biological nomenclature or binomial name of mango is Mangifera indica. For humans, we have Homo sapiens. Then rules of binomial nomenclature, which have some rules. First one, biological names are generally in Latin or it can be written as italics in language. The first word of biological name represents the genus, while the second component denotes the species name. Both the words in biological name, when handwritten, are separately underlined or printed in italics. The first word denoting the genus starts with capital letter, while the species word starts with small letter. Then classification, it is a process by which anything is grouped into convenient categories based on some easily observable characters. Classification makes the study of organisms convenient. Then taxonomy, the process of classification on the basis of external and internal structure along with internal structure of cell development process and ecological information is studies known as taxonomy. Then taxonomic categories. A taxonomic category is a rank or level in the hierarchical classification of organism. There are 7 obligate categories and some intermediate categories. Since the category is a part of overall taxonomic arrangement, which is called taxonomic category, and all categories together constitute the taxonomic hierarchy. If we see a taxonomic hierarchy, the topmost level is kingdom, followed by phylum or division. Next we have class, order, family, genus, and finally at last we have species. If we see the kingdom for humans, we have kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, class mammals, order primates, family Hominidae, genus Homo, and species Sapiens. Let's discuss one by one in detail. First, we come from bottom, which starts with species. Species are the natural population of individuals or group of population which resemble one another in essential morphological and reproductive characters so that they can able to interbreed freely and produce fertile offsprings. For example, for mango tree, indica is the species of genus Mangifera. And second, we have genus. It is a group of related species which resemble one another in certain correlated characters. All species of a genus presumed to have evolved to form common ancestors. Lion, tiger, leopard are closely related species are placed in same genus Panthera or panther. Then family. It's a taxonomic category which contains one or more related genera. All genera of a family have some common features or co-related characters. Family Solanaceae contain number of genera like Solanum, Withania, Datura, etc. Then order. This category includes one or more related families. Families such as Felidae and Canidae are included in the same order carnivore. Then class. A class is made up of one or more related orders. This class is a Dicotyledonea of flowering plant contain all the dicots which are grouped into several orders such as Rholes, Polymendelés, as well as Renales, etc. Then division or phylum. The term phylum is used for animals while division is used for plants. They are formed of one or more classes. The phylum Chordate of animals contains not only the mammals but also aves, reptiles, amphibians, etc. Then last, the topmost hierarchy is kingdom. It is the highest taxonomic category. All plants are included in the kingdom Plantae, while animals are belonging to kingdom Animalia. Then taxonomic aids, techniques, procedures, and stored information that are useful in identification and classification of organisms is called taxonomic aids, which includes herbarium. Herbarium is a place where dried and preserved or pressed plants and specimens mounted on sheets and kept systematically according a widely accepted system of classification. The herbarium sheets also carry a label providing information about date and place of collection, English and local and botanical names, family and collector's name, etc. Then botanical garden. They are specialized gardens having collection of living plants for reference. Plants in these gardens are known for identification purpose and each plant is labeled indicating its scientific name and family. The famous botanical garden includes Royal Botanical Garden in Kew, London, Indian Botanical Garden, Kolkata, and National Botanical Institute or Garden which is found in Lucknow. Then we have museums. Biological museum is a set up in educational institutions like colleges and schools for reference purposes. Specimens are preserved in the containers or jars in preservating solution or as dry specimens. Insects are preserved in insect boxes after collecting, killing as well as spinning. Then zoological park. These are the places where wild animals are kept in protected environments under human care and which enables us to learn about their food habits and behavior. Natural habitats are provided as far as possible. Then key. Taxonomic key is an artificial analytic device having a list of statements with dichomatic dichotomic table of alternate characteristics which is used for identifying organisms. Usually, two contrasting characters are used. The one present in the organism is chosen while other is rejected. Each statement of a key is called lead. Flora, manuals, monograph, and catalogs are some other means of recording descriptions. Then we have some neat questions. As we go from species to kingdom in a taxonomic hierarchy, the number of common characters will decreases. The correct answer is option A, decreases. Then for second question, which of the following suffix is used for family unit of classification in plants indicates the taxonomic category of family? For this, the correct option is option C, ACE, because the name of a plant family is plural having adjective and formed by adding suffix ACE, that is Rosaceae, Solanaceae, Cucurbitaceae. Then third question. The term systematics refers to identification and study of organ systems, identification and preservation of plants and animals. Option C, diversity of kinds of organisms and their relationship. Option D, study of habitats of organism and their classification. For this, the correct option is option C, diversity of kinds of organism and their relationship. Systematics is a branch of study of diversity of organisms of all comparative and evolutionary relationship between them. Then fourth question, genus represents. Genus represents a group of closely related species of plants and animals. Then fifth one, the taxonomic unit of phylum in the classification of animals is equivalent to which hierarchical level of classification in plants? For this fifth question, the correct option is option C, division. Phylum or division is a taxonomic category of higher than that of class and lower than that of kingdom. The term phylum is used in animals while the term division is used for plants. Then sixth question, botanical gardens and zoological parks have collection of endemic living species only, collection of exotic living species only, option C, collection of endemic and exotic species, option D, collection of only local plants and animals. For this, the correct answer is option C, collection of endemic and exotic species only. Then seventh question, taxonomic key is one of the taxonomic tools in the identification and classification of plants and animals. It is used in the preparation of monograph, flora, option C both A and B, option D none of this. So both monograph and flora are used as taxonomic key. For that, the correct option is option C, both A and B. Eighth question, all living organisms are linked to one another because they have common genetic material of same type, they share common genetic material but no varying degree, they have common cellular organization. For this, correct option is option D, all of the above. Thank you.